So I just saw Ordinary Angels. Let's talk about it. Okay, so Ordinary Angels is the story that revolves around the Schmidt family back in 1993 and 1994 in Louisville, United States of America. Now, some of you probably don't know this story because unlike me, I lived in a different country, so I never learnt about anything that happened with this story because I was never in the States. But this is a story about a young girl who needs a liver transplant. Now, she loses her mother to a disease and they get into crippling debt because of those hospital bills. And then on top of that, this young girl has this critical condition as well, and it puts them into even more debt. So this story is all about her and the community and everyone coming together to save this little girl's life. Now, some of you guys probably know about this story and have followed it back then. Some people who were too young, like myself, where we were just born, had no idea about this. But I'm here to tell you right now, this movie that they've done it on this is based on a true story, is absolutely fantastic. It really is. And I'm going to tell you right now, bring some tissues. Bring some tissues, man. I was not prepared for it. I was not prepared. Even though I saw the trailer and I was like, this trailer just gives me the vibes that I'm going to weep like a little baby, man. That there's going to be so many moments in this movie that are going to make me have the waterworks going. And I'm telling you now, it had that. Man, this was an emotional roller coaster of a ride. Because, look, I'm a parent myself. I have kids. So, and then on top of that, I've also lost someone that was very close to me, my grandfather. So I know what it's like to lose someone very close and the pain that you go through when that happens. And of course, I was 15 at the time. I was still very young. And look, you want to say you understand and know what's happening, but I'm going to tell you right now, when I was 15, I still didn't 100% understand and completely grasp the situation of what happened back then. I didn't know. I mean, I knew that he was gone, but I didn't know anything else. So when you take all that into context and everything that you have and being a parent as well, to put yourself in the shoes of these characters, of these real life people and the situation that they are dished up with, it breaks your heart. It really breaks your heart. There are a multitude scenes in here involving the little girls talking about death, about, oh, you might not see me, I only have this many weeks to live. And then the little girl asking the father about it. And it breaks your heart. And then you think about it from the parent's point of view. How do you explain this? And then you have the moments where they're asking, I want mum. Where's mum? What's going on? Why isn't she here? I want her back. I miss her. And it's just the parents, man. How do you deal with that? Like, how do you deal with that moment that you have to tell that to your kids? And then to throw on the upside as well, you're crippling debt that you're trying to deal with, trying to put food on the table. You're working your socks off to bring in money to try and pay these bills off, while also trying to spend as much time as possible with your young daughter who's on, death row basically, who's knocking at death's door right now. So you don't know if you have enough time with her and you're trying to, juggle everything. Imagine on the inside how broken you are as a father. That's mental. And any parents that go through with that, kudos to you, because that is just, I couldn't even imagine it. So there are so many scenes in here when things like that are happening that you just feel. And then, it's the performance. Alan Richards. This guy's range from where he was when he was Thad Castle in Blue Mountain State, the funny guy, the one that we just thought, oh, this guy's great for comedy, to Reacher, to see this guy play an action person, to now a dramatic role. He was superb in this movie. He was fantastic. And the one scene that did it for me was when he gets the money and he finds out about, the debt and everything like that. That moment, that to me showed me his complete range and how good this guy was as an actor. And he portrayed this character brilliantly. Fantastic. Hilary Swank. However, I butchered the last name. I absolutely butchered. Anyway, Hilary, she's fantastic as well as Sharon. She's fantastic. And Her character, the person that she was, is someone that is broken. She has her own demons as well that she's trying to deal with. She's broken. She's an alcoholic. And she puts that aside to try and save someone else. And what I love is this story isn't just about saving the young girl as well, saving Michelle, but it's also about Sharon going through redemption, her redemption arc. You know, she hasn't been perfect her whole entire life. She's had her demons that she's got, her skeletons in the closet that to deal with her family, what she's dealing with, the alcohol and everything like that. But it's about her finding that redemption. You know, I made these mistakes in the past, but by damn, I am not going to allow this to, you know, flow over. I'm going to do everything I can to save this little girl so that she has a chance to survive. And as you get this moment, she has her stuff with her son. You get this wholesome moment. It was fantastic. But the thing I absolutely loved about this movie the most, the one thing that just, you know, lifted me up and inspired me and gave me, you know, this sense of just pure happiness was seeing the community, seeing everyone come together, showing the best of humanity. With everything that's going on in today's world, with the fighting, the wars, the killing, you know, just the savagery that we can do as humans, this movie shows you the pure heart, the goodness that human beings can do when we come together and we put all our differences aside and focus on one common goal: to save this young girl. And that's what I loved about this movie, was that how Sharon goes through, she's collecting money from people, you know, asking people, just going beyond for this family to try and get everything, and the community coming through together to save this one. Complete strangers. Never met these people in their whole entire life, but are willing to put themselves out to do that. It's incredible. It really is. And the performances are fantastic. The little girls, shout out to the little girls, because they are fantastic in this movie. I mean, just, they were brilliant. They were really, really good. And I hope they have bright futures ahead of themselves, because they were fantastic. The mother was great. The cinematography was great. I just thought this movie was fantastic. I really did. I really enjoyed it. And like I said, the emotion is there. When you need to be emotional, the weight of the scene's there. You know, you're on the edge of your seat, especially the final act. You are on the edge of your seat because you're like, as someone that didn't know the complete story, but obviously, you know, if you guys know the story, you know what happens, but you were still riveting. It was still on the edge of your seat. And that scene, there's a scene involving a tree. When you get to that moment and you just feel how powerless you are, and just the hope completely leaves you. And then he goes back to the car and he looks at a phone. That moment there, when Alan's performance is world class, but that was the moment that broke me. That broke me, that moment. I was just sitting there like, I really hope I never have to be in those shoes, because that is one tough thing to deal with. But Ordinary Angels, man, I must say, this was a fantastic movie. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the story, enjoyed the performances, enjoyed everything about it. And like I said, bring tissues, because you're gonna need it. So let me know if you guys saw it. Smash your comments down in the comment section below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.